Welcome to another real-time trade. In this video, I'll discuss several ways to manage the trade to empower you to design a trade management model that suits your unique mental wiring. This is the stuff of the real game. Now let's join the trade in progress. Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. It's 3 minutes to 1. I took a nice break, had a good walk during the lunch break. And now coming back in, 2 minutes to 1, a kind of the end of the meat of the twilight zone, that lunch hour, and well after Europe is completely closed. Watching the Three Sisters, you'll notice that the S&P and the Dow have both broken yesterday's low. You see that there? That's yesterday's low. Both of them broken. NASDAQ has not, so holding up a little bit better. That's the 30-minute Three Sisters. This is the 1-minute Three Sisters. All three trading below VWAP, significantly below bearish moving average configurations, and prices below all three sets of EMAs. Coming back to the trading grid here on the S&P, new 30-minute candle starts in a minute and a half. Be watching that very closely. Deleting this zone marker here, just clean things up a little bit. I do that several times throughout the day. There it is. And that's the S&P. Let's move over to the NASDAQ. Take a look at that. All right. See what's happening there. Delete this one. Keep it nice and clean. Dow. Can delete this one. And now I'm going to put you on pause and bring you back as things develop here. I will be cutting out dead air, sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments to keep this video nice and tight as always. Back on pause, and then we will come back and see what's going on. New 30-minute has just begun here, guys, and continues to sell off on the Dow. Same thing on the S&P. And same thing on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, however, is sitting at a key support zone from yesterday. It's a big one. Big drive down all the way through Europe yesterday and then stopped right here. Buying pressure, buying interest, buying forces came in and absolutely stopped the sell-off and fired it up higher here on the open or near the open, really half an hour into the open of New York yesterday, and it was off to the races from there. Well, we've trickled and ground our way all the way down in the last, call it 24 hours almost, from the top to now. And looking like we want to reject from here, and sure enough, that's exactly what's happening. You see that there? Very interesting, right? All three of them, boom, right there. All right, fresh buying, guys. Here we go. Buy stop order right here above that big shift candle. Stop below. Give me a moment here. I'm just going over to my own platform, but you can see what I'm doing. Buy stop order. This is the NASDAQ. And I'm in, guys. Long the NASDAQ. Stop as you see there. First trade of the day. It's really been the waiting game all morning. And now, twilight zone has ended. Fresh buying comes in this case. Sometimes it's fresh selling, of course. But that fresh volume as participants re-enter at around 1 o'clock most days, not every day, but most days it's quite noticeable. This is a combination VWAP reversion trade and potential zone reversal. It is reversing from a zone so far. We have broken beyond the prior candle, and because of the fact that this is coming out of the twilight zone, the 1 p.m. candle, I don't necessarily require an opposite colored candle to close here on the support zone. Hope that makes sense. And target 1 has been hit, so the 1R all or nothing trader has exited the trade with full profitability, and the others are sitting there waiting to see what happens. Of course, the 2R move stop to break even trader has now moved stop to break even, having hit 1R. Right? Of course, there are many different combinations and permutations of these 4 models that I'm tracking now on each trade and trade video, but you get the idea. I'll put you back on pause and we'll see how this thing plays out. And we're back, guys, and you can see what happened here, of course. We hit that 1R, the 1R all or nothing trader got 1R, and then it came all the way back to the original stop. So what happened is the 1.5R all or nothing trader didn't quite make it, didn't get their 1.5, so they took a 1R loss. The 2R all or nothing trader, of course, took a 2R loss, but the 2R moved to break even at 1R trader got break even, because when prices hit break even, when prices hit 1R, they moved their stop to break even, and then were stopped out right here. And so 2 models lost, 1 model won, another one was break even, and that's the end of the trade. Now, I do want to add this, guys. You'll notice that here at 1R, during this trade, I'm sending information to my group, of course, and I showed them this. This is the rally into VWAP, and you will notice that all 3 sisters, this is fairly rare, but it does happen from time to time, all 3 sisters rallied into VWAP at exactly the same time, within 30 seconds of each other. I'll show this to you. See that vertical line right there? No, I'm looking at the Dow, by the way, on the far right. When I place it on the Dow, you'll notice that it intersects the candle just before hitting VWAP on the S&P. And you look over on the NASDAQ there, it's the actual candle that tapped VWAP. So within 30 seconds of each other, they all hit at the same time. Very often after this VWAP reversion move, which did play out, like we talked about at the beginning of this trade, we will see a pausing, if not a complete reversal down. And that's a little wink that I sent and a nudge to my group, and where things turned right here and then sold off. So all that to say, even though we are tracking a mechanical model showing 1R, 1.5, and 2R, each individual trader needs to decide for themselves where it makes sense to take profits. In my own account, and I don't typically talk about what I do in my own account anymore, there are over 600 videos of me trading my own way. But in my own account, for instance, that's likely where I would get out. Let me just say that with a little nudge there for you. When I send this type of thing to my group, I'm not expecting it to go much higher. But the mechanical model says if you're 1.5, you stay in and take your licking, and of course the 2R as well. But you get the idea. There's discretion involved in this, and you need to be smart about it as well. Thanks for being here, guys. One trade today, and this is the one. It's 1:45 p.m. There may be some more action here. We never know. But thanks for clicking the like button on the way out and for saying hi in the comments. I do appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Take care, guys.